Hey students, this is Fittorn and we are working in Illustrator on our iconic project, and so far you should have your layers open. If anything disappears, by the way, over here on the right hand side, these are your windows, so you just have to go up to window, your window up here, and you have to go ahead and make sure your layers are on. There it is. And anything else that disappears, like your toolbar is here, it should be on advanced, and your workspace should be in typography. That's just a refresher reminder. But so far we should have our clothing outlined, our skin outlined, our hair outlined, and we should have done our shading and highlighting in week 11. Now I'm going to show you how to do eyelashes and eyebrows. Now, as you can see, as I zoom into Harry's face, I have chosen just to do a outline of a dark brow on Harry, and that works too. If that's all you can manage, that's fine. As long as your person has eyebrows, that's part of the grading rubric. But maybe you want better eyebrows. Maybe you want individual I've had students who actually individually go and make each eyelash. So I'm going to do another eyebrow up here so you can kind of see the difference between whether you like the outlined eyebrow or an actual hairy eyebrow. I'm going to copy and paste this one. Let me make sure I don't have anything. Yes, I have the eyes locked. So let's see if I can unlock everything. Eyebrow layer. There we go. I'm going to copy and paste the eyebrow just so I have an outline to work with. And I'm going to make it really transparent because this will give us the shape of the eyebrow so we don't get, you know, our hairs out of alignment. You got to find your pencil tool. It's probably hiding underneath your shaper tool. So as you can see, I'm over here, I'm left clicking and holding, and I found my pencil tool. And I'm going to go into the eyebrow, and you can zoom in. Remember, Command plus zooms you in. And I'm going to start making, generally our eyebrow strokes go from left to right, like our hairs grow out towards the sides of our heads, from inside the nose to out. So notice that when I drew this line, it's kind of on the invisible side, and it's telling me over here in my appearance panel, or up here in your path panel, that there's no stroke on it. So you have to color that stroke. And you know, here's good browns for you to choose from for your person if they have black eyebrows inside your swatches, or if you want a darker brown, that's fine. I think Harry's were a darker brown. Now if you look at that, that's not a good eyebrow hair. Our eyebrow hairs are really, really thin. So you have to change the profile of that stroke. Where you do that, and you can only do this if you're in the right workspace. If you're not in typography, you won't see these options. But notice it's saying that my stroke is 1 point, and that's pretty thick. So I'm going to take that puppy down to 0.25 points, and look at how much smaller it is. But then you're still looking at it and you're going, Fittorn, nobody's eyebrow is like, it looks like your dad's whiskers when he cuts his beard in the morning. Like, it's just really choppy and chunky, and that's not how eyebrows grow. So you have to change the profile. So up here you'll see this little drop down box that's called the width profile. Watch this. If you do the drop down, you can choose, this one's my favorite for eyebrows and eyelashes. It starts off thick, like where it grows out of the skin, and then it comes to a point. Look at that gorgeous eyebrow. Let me zoom in so you can see what it did to the eyebrow. Ooh la la. Now what you're going to want to do is continue to make, and sometimes eyebrow strokes, you know, are a little bit like curvier, so you can't copy and paste all of them, but once you get a good series of lines going, watch me transform all of these lines at once. I'm going to use the black selection tool, or V on my keyboard, and I'm going to hold the shift key, and I'm going to click on every one of those eyebrow pieces. 1, 2, 3, till they're all selected. I'm holding the shift key, holding the shift key, holding the shift key. And then I come up here and I change all of them to 0.25, and then I change them all to the width profile 4, and some of them look a little stubbly, so you can just stretch them out. Look at that. Watch this, you guys. You click on one with the black arrow, voila. You can stretch them to be longer if you made them too short. Voila. Voila. And then what happens is when you get a good group of them, I'm going to show you how to group them, so that way you can start making like chunks of hair that you can start like copying and pasting in chunks on top of each other. So look at this great little batch of eyebrow I've got going on here. And you can use the rotate tool. If you hover your mouse over the corner of one of the bounding boxes when you've clicked on one of the the lashes or the brow hairs, you'll notice the bounding box. When I hover my mouse over the corners, there's this little widget that's like wiki, wiki, wiki. It's like an arrow that goes both ways, and that's how you rotate something. So don't be afraid to use that. Let's leave this guy over here because he's a short little hair. There you go. So check this out. Now, watch me group these items so I can copy and paste them in groups so I can make thicker eyebrows. If I hold the Shift key and I select each brow hair and I Command G for group, get it? Command G, group, yeah. Command G for group, and then you go Command C for copy and Command V for paste. Look at this, you guys. I, all of a sudden now, am making lots of eyebrow hairs. Now, obviously, you got to be careful that you don't have too many of these ends showing. You got to carefully cover the ends up so that way you don't see like these weird like endings right here. You could also try a different width profile. Maybe you'll like the one that's pointy to pointy better. This one kind of yields kind of interesting, so then it comes out as a point. Maybe you like that better. And then maybe you want your eyebrows to be like this. Ooh, yeah. And you can change the stroke variable smaller to 0.25 if you just dial in, like maybe let's try what a 0.10 looks like. 0.10. I'm dialing that in by hand, and then I hit return. Ooh, that's nice and skinny. She's skinny brow hair. She's skinny. All right, so there we go. And then you can make them as short and long as you want by just left clicking and dragging on the anchors in the corners, and you can make them shorter or longer. So I'm hoping you guys can see how that's going to build up a beautiful brow. Now that's only if you're ahead of everything else and you have the time to nitpick over this. My suggestion to those of you who are super behind is don't make a brow by hand. Just go ahead and make a brow like this one that I have here, where Harry's eyebrow is just traced and it's a dark brown, and that it's over and done with, right? I'm okay with it as long as they have eyebrows. Nobody's allowed to have an eyebrowless illustration unless your person actually doesn't have eyebrows, and that's fine with me. But let's watch and see then on the same note, two different ways for you guys to do lashes. So you can see over here, I've already drawn lashes on Harry, and I grouped his eye together so it doesn't move. So to isolate the lashes, I had to double left click until I've isolated them. I'm going to copy and paste a brow set or a lash set for you to see what I did. So you can choose to do two things. You can either use the pencil tool to outline in a jaggy like this. Look at this, you guys. You can just do an outline like a thick chunk of lash and then fill it in with like whatever color that person's lashes are. If you want to do a fast cheetah version of eyelashes, everybody has eyelashes, you guys. So even if you're doing a dude like and you can't see their eyelashes, just make a little lash line, like, you know, because otherwise it'll just look like the eyeballs floating in pink flesh, and everybody's going to have this little dark outline of hair around the top and bottom of their eyebrow. But if you again want to make an eyelashes that are way more customized, like especially like a lot of the some people are doing like Trixie Mattel and lashes of divas or drag queens have beautiful lashes. They like spend a lot of time on their lashes. So let's watch how to do customized lashes. So again, using the pencil tool, I'm going to draw a lash, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color in the stroke. A lash is a stroke when you just draw a stroke and not a shape. And then I'm going to color it in, and then I'm going to go to the width profile and the size, and I'm going to change the size and change the width profile. And then you guys can see, let me pull the lashes hiding behind the eyeball. Object, transform. Let's see, we'll do arrange, bring to front. Object, arrange, bring to front. All right, for some reason, this eyelash is not wanting to move, so I need to figure out why. So let's pretend these are lashes. So Command C, Command V. Once you start getting a good lash build, and remember to rotate some of your lashes so that way, like, you know, they look like they're feathering in different directions. Command C, Command V. And once you get a good amount of lashes drawn up, sometimes you'll have to draw some more. You can't always copy and paste. Sometimes you gotta be a little, work a little hard. All right, once you get a couple of lashes, if you hold the Shift key and you go Command G for group, Command C for copy, Command V for paste, look at this. Now I've got hella lashes to work with, and I can rotate them and have them kind of all coming out of the same area. Command C, Command V. Look at that. I got more lashes. I'm going to rotate these ones out, maybe move them up a little bit. I got more lashes. So you guys can see that it work smarter, not harder. If you can group things and copy and paste them, it's so much better than doing each lash individually. That will take you like hours. I would say make a group of them, try to copy and paste and rotate them to fill in. And even if you have to shorten some, you know, you guys can drag at the corner to shorten or lengthen. That's totally up to you. But either way, there's options now that you've learned with this new video. I hope that this video helps you with your eyelashes and eyebrows.